As my face is breaking out and this world continues to descend into chaos, I want to talk briefly about community and why it's important. A lot of us did not experience community in the ways that felt the most needed. A lot of us had to struggle with being accepted and pushing ourselves through spaces that were not receptive to us. And in return, we believed that we were not good enough for these spaces, that we were not cut out to do anything worthwhile with the caliber of people that we had to convince to like us. And one day, we found one person that understood us. And little by little, we reintroduced ourselves to ourselves by showing a bit more of us to this person. And they didn't run away. They didn't decide that we were too much, or this was weird, or even if it was weird, it was an acceptable weird. It was a welcomed weird. And then they brought in more people. And next thing you know, it's a trio, and then a quartet, and a quintet. It's a gang of y'all. And eventually you begin to unleash your full self without fear. And those people became chosen family. They became lifeboats. And you also became that for them because they showed you that it was safe. Nobody was going to come behind you and rip the rug from under you and refuse to catch you, or do just that and try to blame you for falling. They just showed up. They were just who they were. And you deserved it. And that is the community that many of us have worked to build, that many of us have worked to become. And we lost it in one way or another during the pandemic, in a society that uplifts individualism over community, a society that is more and more attempting to make empathy a bad thing when we are who we are. And the communities that we continue to create are worthwhile. And if we're lucky and if we're doing this the way that is most beneficial for everyone involved, we are also growing. We are making mistakes. We are being called out. We are being called in. We are being loved through things. We are being shown that, yeah, you made a mistake, but you are not one. You are worthy of continuing to be in this space with us. You are worthy of continuing to have your arms locked with us and not be told that you have to start from the beginning. Now, granted, you do make mistakes along the way, and you hurt feelings, and you cause harm accidentally or not. Those that have been a part of this family will do their best to make sure that you know that you are still loved. But you got to make things right. And I do believe those are the things that make a community strong, that make a community sustainable versus one that is built off of collective hatred, a sense of superiority, a sense of meanness, clique mentality, herd mentality, more so people that came together under a shared need of belonging and understanding. And that's community. And we are lucky to build community. And if you don't have a community, know that building your community starts with you. And if there are elements of you that you may need to work on before you unleash yourself into the rest of the world, that's okay. None of us come assembled completely. We are built along the way. We find people that have missing pieces to us that we didn't even know were missing until we met them. And we are reintroduced to bodies and thought processes that we possessed years ago but were torn away from us, or we tucked down because they were annoying, or the people that we were involved with didn't like it, didn't understand it. But our communities, they wrap us up in a level of love and acceptance and beauty and sustainability and abject fortitude that is our armor. Yes, we can be individuals. We can be alone together. But we do not have to walk out this world alone. And I'm grateful that community is being redefined and is being especially positioned as a need, a necessity in this world, and not just something that only the chosen few should be able to take part in. So shout out to community. Shout out to love. Shout out to support. Shout out to people that call us in, that call us out with love, that don't mistake being mean or being judgmental as quote unquote tough love, but that see us and they teach us how to see them. And that teaching continues on and on and on until we pass on our breath to someone else. So, thank you to my community and all of those who helped build me to where I am now. And I hope that I have been a worthwhile craftsperson for you along the way.